Hello, this is Bishop Professor Rudolph Kwanue Sr. The name of our institution is Rudolph Kwanue University College, and I have come to conduct a free educational series on diplomacy. Why should we study diplomacy? Why should Bishop Rudolph bring this topic at this time? It is important to study this course because we are connected to a global leadership, a global challenge, a global family of different types, diverse background, cultural activities. Some lack civilizations and some jump into things that they are not supposed to do. So I believe diplomacy is not just related to government and politics alone. So we have to go and look at it in a different context. Let us move into the introductory portion of our lesson. Lesson 1, why is diplomacy? Introductions. I want to say greeting, my beloved global family. I truly excited to embark on this powerful and life-transforming educational journey with you. One that will take us deeply into the heart of diplomacy. As your teacher, guide, and critical thinking coach, I invite you to open your mind and heart to the vast for knowledge that influence every part of our life. Let us begin. Diplomacy is the art of science, the art and science of managing relationships and solving problems, different problems, through dialogue, negotiations, and peaceful means. For instance, there might be a relationship between your church, your organizations, and another organizations. But in the course of time, the relationship of your collaborations fall apart. So how can you guys come back together? You need to employ what we call diplomacy. In the employment of diplomacy, you need to do what we call to manage the conflict successfully. You need to resolve differences. Meaning, someone have to swallow a bitter pain. This also go to the family that you control, the church you control, your organizations, your business entity, as well as a country. Some country have fought war heavily. Some supply arms against another countries. They fight war. But after the long period of armed fighting, killing, destroying property and life, what happened? Negotiation take place. So in applying this ideology, we apply or we employ what we call diplomacy. There are people that enter into it. It's not everyone can enter into such negotiations. They have people that are responsible. They have people that are responsible for such negotiations and peaceful means. They have foreign policies. They have agencies. They have group of leaderships that is established in all organizations that take the lead of such. And I want to extend this beyond government and politics. In fact, diplomacy begin in the home. It begins directly in the home. For example, the mother and the father who have been in constant conflicts. Previously, they were very friendly, but this time they are very much into a tough confusion. There is no understanding, and everything has scattered. There is no peace. How can this be settled? They need to employ what we call diplomacy. Diplomacy need to be employed. Someone need to swallow a pain and you need to employ strategies that will not be able to damage the affair of the home. So even this, if we put this to a politics or government activities, for instance, the government of Nigeria has stopped her community with the government and the people of Liberia, or if the government of Nigeria say the citizen of Liberia will never travel to, if the government of Nigeria will say we cannot authorize any Liberian citizen to enter into our country with our visa, with our passport, ECWA passport. This will take a government arm of Liberia to intervene through an entity that is also having a link, or they will find a dialogue, a kind of forum for reconciliations, how Liberian citizens will be able to enter Nigerian territory without passport, or with passport but a system. This thing need to be organized properly through a means of diplomacy. They will reach to a negotiation table. Okay, we want to. Nigerian government may likely explain, yes, sir, why Liberian citizens should not enter. Or Liberian government will also explain, yes, sir, why Nigerian citizens should not enter without passport or with passport. So the both foreign institutions like the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for Liberia, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Nigeria, the both institutions will meet together to have a negotiation, to come on with a dialogue, a common ground, a view, how the integrity of each sovereign institutions going to stand to respect each state's rules, order, and regulations. So I want to also let you to know, diplomacy is what we use when we are respectfully resolving disagreement with our wife, our children, our husband, our community members. When you are leading the church as well, within the community, you need wisdom, you need patience to employ these things. So as we embark onto this journey, I want to let you to know that you are not come to a mistaken point, but you are come to a place of transformations. You will gain a quick knowledge and you will see some new idea. When you sit down for a difficult conversations and choose peace over prayer, in a simple term, diplomacy is the ability to speak without fighting. You understand? You can speak without insult. That is diplomacy. You can speak to someone when you are feeling hurt without insulting them. But you cannot be speaking to somebody you insult them. That is not diplomacy. That is not diplomacy. That is unethical behavior, very rude one. But if you want to apply what we call diplomacy, you will talk without insulting other party. Normally in political gathering, we see many people from the opposition side. They will always be speaking, cursing, insulting the other. No, that is not how you approach issue. No. You can speak without fighting. You can speak without abusing. You can speak even without too much of anger. You apply wisdom. You apply patience. Because you are fighting towards peace and stability. How do you initiate that peace? Initiating peace through pressing will not always be on the front. For instance, the United Nations, whenever they are going to establish a peace and reconciliations, or peace and resolution, or peace or establishing peace in any country, the first thing they do, when the fight is very severe, that just begun in a country or in a region, they will never just enter to make peace. Whenever battles start, you do not make peace right away in diplomacy. You get them chance, give both parties chance, let them fight. They should fight, and when they tire, you going down to part to make peace. In fact, they will be looking for you to give peace. So these things, there are some rules and regulations. During 1990, the ECOMOS came to Liberia. Oh, the war was very hard. ECOMOS came to part. They died. So the United Nations look at the entire way that ECOMOS died and say, okay, let us leave Liberian to fight each other. The people left Liberian people, they fought for 14 years. Liberian fought for 14 years. They destroy one another. We destroy each other. We damage our bank, our school, our roads, our infrastructures. NGO were destroyed. Every infrastructure or government entity whatsoever in the country were destroyed. Life damage. So we say, United Nations come for all. Judy Brown, we begin to cry for America to come for us. Now, you see, the movement American King, they said ceasefire. You could see all the forces were able to drag down their weapon. But where the conflict just begin, you want to go into it to negotiate. No party will listen to you. That's why the Bible says, blessed are the peacemaker, for they will inherit the kingdom of God. It's important. But you should know how you go into peace negotiations. The next thing I want you to understand is that imploring of diplomacy, you that are going to implore such wisdom, you will never retaliate. You are not going to pay there. Peacemaker cannot fight war. No. If you are in conflict with a party and you want to begin negotiating a peace, you will receive a words. You will receive hurting words. But I want you to know that you are not going to respond negatively because you are negotiating for certain things. Okay, so a wise wife applies diplomacy. A successful pastor, teacher, coach, or manager cannot succeed without diplomacy. You want to be a successful wife, you will always apply diplomacy. If you want to become a successful husband, you will know how to engage conflict. If you want to become a successful pastor, if a church member or leader of the church engage you about their offering, their hard thing going on, you will not shout at them, move from here. No, don't do that. It's not diplomacy. No. Approach issue with transparency, respect of others. If you do, you are into diplomacy directly. So today, we only bring you a little hint to our lesson series. We will continue to move forward as we move directly. There are lots we need to do. You need to control your behavior. You need to control your attitude. You need also to be skillful in applying diplomacy. And you also need to think critically how to engage into activities, because you don't know what happened to the other person's heart. As we move to the conclusion of the lesson for today, I want to definitely introduce you to the programs that will be available for certificate diplomats and degrees in time to come. We have introduction to diplomacy that will be deep into it. We have history and development of diplomacy protocols. We had international relations and foreign policies, conflict resolutions and peace building, negotiation technique, diplomacy, immunities and international law, economic and trade that had to do with business, okay, policy and digital diplomacies, cultural diplomacies and soft power diplomacy, communications and reporting, and leaderships in diplomacy, regional and global organization, human rights, and humanitarian diplomacy, as well as training and career in diplomacy. There are a lot of things we need to do. So if you are in Africa, Europe, Australia, Asia, any part of the world, I'm committed to training you 1 month free of charge. You are not paying anything. But if you want to receive certificate of our participations, you will be able to pay little. But if you are entering into the class for diplomats, certificates, and degrees, we have another negotiation. Bless you. I'm coming on your way from the main campus of Rudolph Kwanue University College, Monrovia, Liberia. This is Professor Rudolph R.K.U. Kwanue Sr. Thank you for the first class, and God bless you. I love you all. See you tomorrow, same time, same platform, and God bless.